Yo, yo, yo. Baseball. MLB. Hey, man, we back, dude. It's been a long time, man. MLB kicks off tomorrow. This is your boy at DFSMasterMind _ over on Twitter. Thank you for clicking on the video. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about MLB. I want to talk about my process. See if I can help you, man. If you check out this video and you're a newbie and you want to get into baseball, there's no easy way to say this, man, but you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to learn everything, man. I had to do it. This would be my second full year with baseball. I played a little bit in the past, like on and off. I would play every once in a while. But last year I played a full year, man. It was my first like MLB grind. In that time, man, I won a full, like I took down a tournament, man, a baseball tournament. It was my first one. I was super excited. And I felt like it was long overdue, man, because the grind is so tough, man. I was like, I got to hit one of these days. But yeah, baseball is a grind, man. It's the longest season within sports. But if you're a newbie, man, you have a lot to learn. And I want to kind of go over that a little bit with you, man, before I give you my content for tomorrow, my top plays. And this whole thing is gonna be a process, man. I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna see what I need to do. I want to figure out how to get my favorite plays out there in a way that'll fit my channel. But yeah, just rock with me, man. It's gonna be a learning process throughout. Hopefully y'all down for the grind, man. And if you like DFS, if you like NBA, if you like football, and you get turned off by baseball, man, just think about it, man. It's not that hard. I promise it's not that hard once you figure out the things you need to know. Now, if you're going in there, you know, just blind picking players, picking like Ken Griffey because you know the name, it's not going to work out too good for you. Or just trying to pick Mike Trout and, you know, paying down for all your pitchers, it's not going to work. You really need to put in the work. You need to understand all these abbreviations they have for things, man. They have WOBAs out there, ISO percentages. You need to learn the splits. You need to learn all this stuff, man. It's a lot of information piled into it, man. But once you put in the groundwork and you understand what you're dealing with, I promise, you can get it, man. It'll be just like any other sport. You'll look for the right plays because you'll know the information. But yeah, we're going to hop right into it, man. The first thing I want to talk about is ballparks, man. You have to understand what ballparks are hitter ballparks and what ballparks are pitching ballparks. And what I mean by that, like I said, last year was my first like full year. And everybody and their mama always used to say, stack the Rockies. And at first I didn't get it. I'm like, I don't understand. Is this team that good? It wasn't like they was just dominating, but it's because anytime they have a home game, the air is really thin and the ball tends to fly. It's a lot of home runs, and they have ballparks all across the league that cater to hitters or cater to pitchers. Whether it's a high fence or you know, whether it's a dome, like you got to understand these things, man. You want to definitely get up on your news. So if you're starting off, your first assignment, man, figure out these ballparks. Another thing you need to know about is the splits, man. You need to know right-handed batters versus left-handed pitchers and left-handed batters versus right-handed pitchers. This stuff, it really comes into play. I wasn't buying into it at first. I was like, man, people are crazy, dude. I think you can, I mean, a right-handed, and it's not a end-all be-all. It's kind of like DVP to a certain extent. Not saying that right-handed hitters can't hit right-handed pitchers, but the majority of your batters, they tend to favor a handed pitcher, a handiness. So you want to figure that out. You want to understand what that is. You want to understand which batters, will have the split for the night, because you'll see the lineups, man. They adjust. The owners and the managers of the teams, they adjust their lineups based off this. So yeah, you're gonna want to understand that. You want to know what it is. Another thing you want to look at, National League teams, man. You want to definitely target National League pitchers, because they're going to be going up against another pitcher, and that's damn near a free K, man. That's a free strikeout. That's what we love, man. When you targeting pitchers, longevity. If you think a pitcher can maybe complete a game, that's always a good thing you want to look for. And strikeouts, man. That's the biggest upside. So you want to understand when you have like if you have two pitchers you can't decide between. I tend to go with the National League pitcher, man, if I can, because I love as many strikeouts as I can get. So that's very important. Another thing I want to talk about is mini stacks. Baseball is really big on correlation. If you have a 2-hitter, 4-hitter, and a 5-hitter, and let's say a pitcher is on the mound and he starts to get rocked, you're gonna double up your points, man. You're gonna triple up your points. If you get your 2-hitter and your 4-hitter on base, and your 5-hitter comes up and he gets a double, you're going to get points for all that. You're going to get points for the man scoring. You're going to get points for the RBI, which the man got. You're going to get points for the double that he got. You're going to get points for the other RBI. These are things you want to look at, man. Mini stacks, mini stacks, mini stacks. I tend to do that in most of my lineups. I figured that out about midway through last year, man, and it really helped me out. It's something I kind of stick to, man. I like to do mini stacks against pitchers that are not that good, man. Pitchers that tend to get rattled. I love targeting those guys. So you want to know what that is. Another thing I want to talk about is one of my favorite rules, man. Y'all know I don't fade Westbrook in NBA. In baseball, I don't fade the stud pitchers, man. I always pay up for my pitching. I shouldn't say always, because there will definitely be nights where you got to settle, where there's no aces. There'll definitely be nights like that, and you just got to choose. But for the most part, if we have aces on the slate, if they have an okay matchup, I tend to pay up for those pitchers. It's a rule, man, that it kind of stuck with me. I figured out I had a lot more success doing that. There'll be plenty of nights where my bats will go off, man. Bats will go off, but my pitcher gets rocked. I hate that, man. If your pitcher gets rocked early, and he gets pulled and he has negative points, man, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. And I like to pay for that upside of the pitcher, man. If I can get 30 points out of a pitcher, I'm taking it, man. I'm taking it. I just got a message said Rubio snapping. I got him. I'm out here sweating these late basketball games out. Hey, and if you watched my video earlier and you got Thomas Robinson, salute, man. I had a feeling about him. I don't know why, but I ended up picking him, man. And the man, he scored 30 points, man. He went off. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. But I love to pay up for pitching, man. I highly suggest that, especially starting off, man. Just do it, see if it works. Because a batter's upside versus a pitcher's upside, points wise, it'll definitely favor the pitcher, man. A batter's gonna have to hit a few homers to come close to like a Bumgarner getting 10 strikeouts and going 8 innings. He's gonna have to do a lot, man. So I always pay up for pitching, always. That's my number one rule. Next, you want to target players that have potential to steal bases, man. Things like this I shouldn't just say steal bases. That's not a good one. But with your learning, the more you play, you'll tend to look at players that can get you stolen bases, man. one thing about baseball, stolen bases are so clutch, man. They're super clutch. Guys that can get on base and get around the bases and end up scoring, they come in so clutch, man. They could get, they could get 2 singles, man, but they could get 2 stolen bases and score 2 runs, man, and they hit 2 home runs. You know what I'm saying? So, oh man, excuse me. So yeah, you want to definitely look for skilled players, like utility players, players that can do a little more than just hit. You know, that's always a good tip, man. That helped me a lot. And then the final thing I want to talk about as far as just DFS, and I know I didn't cover everything. There's so much to talk about. But if you're new, I just suggest you please go do some homework, man. There's plenty of YouTubers out here that can teach you about MLB. They'll break it down for you. I'm sure there's videos everywhere on YouTube about that. So you want to do that, man. You want to learn as much as you can. You want to learn the Sierra. You want to learn there's so many like abbreviations and all this stuff, man, the splits and all this crazy stuff that you have to learn. But it will make you, I'm telling you, it'll make you a profitable MLB player once you put in the groundwork. But the last thing, you want to learn the scoring system, man. I tend to play on FanDuel a little more during baseball season because I like getting one pitcher that I really love, and I like going all in on them. DraftKings, of course, you have 2 pitchers you have to pick, and it can make things a little difficult, especially with me, man. Like I said, I always pay up for pitchers, so if I'm paying up for 2 pitchers on DraftKings, it could get a little shaky when I'm looking for some safe bats, man. So, but just learn the system, learn as much information as you can. And I'm telling you, man, we're going to get it. We're going to get it this year, man. I look forward to seeing everybody grow. I look forward to cashing out this season. We're going to get it. But now tomorrow's opening day, man, the 2nd. We got 3 games. I want to talk about the games really quick before I get out of here. First game we got New York Yankees versus Tampa Bay Rays. The implied team totals are both at 3-3. It should be a good one, man. I'm hyped, dude. I'm ready to watch some baseball. Next game, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Implied team total is 4-3 for the Giants and 3-8 for the the Diamondbacks, the Razorbacks. And then the last game, we got the champions, man. We got the Chicago Cubs. Implied team total 3-9 versus the Cardinals. They're at 3-6. Now what I'm gonna do for my first video, I'm sure I'll switch it up, but what I want to do for this video, I want to give you my favorite pitcher for tomorrow's slate, and then I'm gonna give you 3 bats that I will have in all of my lineups. Starting off, man, I'm going Big Bum. I'm going Bumgarner. Going up against the Diamondbacks, they have some solid bats, and Goldschmidt and Peralta, Lamb, they're straight. But what I really like about this game, I know Bumgarner's a beast, man. He's a beast. He's savage. But one thing I love, the bottom half of their lineup, I'm not really scared of. And I think it's going to be K-City, man. It's going to be strikes. And then he got Zach Greinke going up against him. It's a National League team. So the pitcher's that's a free strikeout, man. So I really like him tomorrow. So that's going to be my first pitcher for the first slate, MLB slate. My first bat is going to be Mr. Addison Russell at 3.5. He plays shortstop, second base for the Chicago Cubs. I rode this guy a lot last year, man. He was one of my top pick players. He's a solid bat, man. Going up against Martinez, he's a little wild, man. He got K upside, but he can get rattled. My second bat is going to be Malik Smith, coming from the Atlanta Braves. He's at 3.7. I like him for his stolen bases potential. And then I got Greg Smith. Greg Bird, I'm sorry. He's a left-handed bat, a young kid playing for the Yankees. He's batting third. I like the positioning. Going up against Chris Archer. He has a platoon split. I like it, man. So those are going to be my 3 bats for tomorrow. Hopefully this helped. Y'all bless up, man. Let's get it.